Capricorn, this is your forecast for November 2021, and this goes for all of you sun sign Capricorns, but also moon and rising signs. And I'd like to really suggest that you this month go listen to your moon and rising sign readings as well, because we have a special month since we have a lunar eclipse. It's a partial lunar eclipse, but it still is going to manifest its magic for you. And that's taking place on the 19th. 27 degrees in Taurus, which for you, Capricorn, is going to be in your fifth house of creativity, self-expression. It's going to be about your children. It can also be about love and romance. So it's a biggie for you. And what happens when we have lunar eclipses? Well, it really shuts the door on something. Don't worry about that something important is going to be eclipsed out. Only those things that are needed to go so that you can move forward, that's what the eclipses are doing. And see it as a blessing, right? Because as you create more room for new to come in, that's where you're going to be expanding. And that expansion is going to take place in the aforementioned areas of love and romance, creativity, self-expression, children, and so forth. So it's all good. You want to look forward to this on November 19th. And let's put something else in there. How can you prepare to have a great lunar eclipse? Well, look at the new moon. This month on the 4th of November, this new moon is taking place in your 11th house for hopes and dreams, okay? In the area of friendships and social circles, social activities, and groups and organizations and all that. So whatever you do and whatever you place as your intentions on November 4th, in this area of your hopes and dreams, you see where I'm going with this? It will manifest under this full moon lunar eclipse in your fifth house of creativity. So on the 4th, you can prepare your intention should be about what it is you're wanting to achieve, your hopes, your dreams. Think big, right? Don't be shy this month. That new moon is going to be in the sign of Scorpio. And of course, Scorpio is very passionate. It's very deep, right? It goes to the core. And that is going to show up at 12 degrees. So any other planets you have in your chart at 12 degrees will be pinged, meaning bouncing off of this new moon. And that will allow you to actually power it up even more so, direct it where you want it to go, and then release it. And then wait for the 19th when that full moon lunar eclipse is coming in. Besides that, I would like you to pay attention what is landing in your lap on November 1st. Okay, we have Mercury, now direct, will be sending you a beautiful message from Jupiter. And Jupiter is always very abundant, right? It's always has our back. It's that happy-go-lucky, expansive energy. So whatever communication is coming in, maybe you've been waiting for it in the area of your career, where Mercury currently is on the 1st. And so you might just come to hear something, maybe of a raise. Could be maybe some of you might be getting a bonus here towards the end of the year. It could be a promotion or a new job, anything of that nature. November 1st is excellent. We're going to have Mercury here until it joins the Sun, Mars, and that new moon in the 11th house, which will take place on November 6th. So you have nearly that first week to do what you need to do in your career, Capricorn, right? And then once Mercury does go into that 11th house, that's powering up, even though now the new moon has passed, where you place your intentions on the 6th. Mercury will come in, join the Sun and Mars to help, I won't say regulate, but add to the mix where you're expressing yourself, because Mercury always talks and communicates, right? Mars is a doer, you're taking actions, and the Sun is the essence of you. So you're so goal-oriented, focused on climbing and reaching those higher realms of your dreams, that this is very, very powerful over those first couple of weeks in November. Venus is cruising your 12th house. 12th house is very psychic, very clairvoyant, It's very dreamy. It's the area of Pisces. And for you, that 12th house works in the background. Okay. So it's your higher consciousness. It's also your subconsciousness. And it's creative. Venus always wants to express creativity, love, beauty, and so forth. And so even though it may not come out in verbal form, which it will next month when Mercury gets in there, but it's seeing it, it's feeling it. And sometimes before things manifest, we have to see it. We have to sense it and feel it. So we have that. And you've already been working with Venus in this area there last couple of weeks of October. So you know what I'm talking about, right? Some of you might just feel like, ooh, I just want to get on with it. I want to express it. But just you wait when Venus goes into your first house, crossing your ascendants, then you'll have it for a full month where you're definitely going to be showing the world what you have been working with behind the scene, right? Loving that. And also, let's talk about your finances this month, Capricorn. Both Jupiter and Saturn now moving forward. It kind of hung there, right, in its retrograde for a long time. So you might have still been pushing forward because that's what you do. You're Capricorn. You're always pushing forward. And you might not have really seen the results that you wanted there late summer and into early autumn. But now that they're catching up, speed, moving forward in this area of your finances, you're going to start seeing how things are just going to apparently feel like they're just landing in your lap. And you're like, wow, that was easy. Why didn't that come earlier? Well, you already did the legwork, didn't you? Right? So now it's time to receive. And like I said, November 1st, we have great communication, messages coming your way about money, but that's from the work area. But you can also come to see that you can attract more income, more wealth from other areas as well. Second house doesn't determine where it's coming from. That was just a message from Mercury in your career house. But you can actually start drawing extra income streams just through the power of your imagination, thinking outside of the box. What else can I do? I think, COVID has been really good for this, that you're looking at how can you expand this area. What you have helping you with all of this, Capricorn, is Saturn. Saturn is also in this area of income and wanting to manifest your wealth. And of course, wealth isn't just money, is it? Wealth comes from the heart. Wealth comes from the conditions that we have, that we can be so grateful for, what we have worked for, and so forth. It's that inner self-worth that has been growing. You know a lot more now who you are because you've been going through the struggles and the tests, because Saturn does test us always, right? So that we can learn how to climb with responsibility and master it. So you've been mastering the area of wealth, should I say, money, self-worth, self-esteem. That has come with the extra conditions, maybe also what COVID has placed upon you. Maybe you felt that some of your income went dry and you had to think outside of the box. So you're growing here in this area. Be happy for it, because in a couple of years, Pluto's going to move into this area. So you're kind of laying the grounds for it by expanding it, trusting yourself, mastering the area of money, how you can save it, how you can grow it. Because when Pluto comes in, it will transform this area. And you're going to have to deal with that for many, 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 many years. Pluto moves very, very slowly. So think about that in the back of your mind. So yes, let's talk about that eclipse on the 19th, being in the 5th house. You might find that whatever's being eclipsed needs to go, so don't dread it. The universe knows better than we do. It's only closing certain chapters that need to go, that's been stealing our time and our focus away, so that it can open up a new room and it can really launch us forward with supersonic speed. Think about it as being like the power of 3 full moons, but this one is eclipsed. So it's taking something away so you can open doors for something new, romantically. But you can also see that there might be some extra changes coming in the area of your children. Maybe they're going through some changes themselves. So maybe you got to be on the alert for that, to be supportive and helpful for whatever they're going through as well. That is pretty much the short and the skinny here of November. And I would say go listen to your moon and rising sign so you get even more insight, especially on that lunar eclipse. All right, Capricorn? I'll see you next month. Have a good one. Bye now.